Hello and welcome to Footy Fusion. My name is Abby and I've just had the pleasure of interviewing Nottingham Forest's latest signing, Kate Longhurst. Now, Kate has played for some massive clubs throughout her career, some of which include Liverpool, Chelsea, West Ham and most recently Charlton Athletic. Within this interview, you will find out why she chose Nottingham Forest as the next step in her career and end with a round of quick-fire questions. Let's get into it. Welcome to Nottingham. How are you finding it in settling into the new city?
Yeah, I found it really easy so far, actually. The girls and the staff have made me feel really welcome. I'm sort of getting to grips with driving around the city a lot, trying to
Yeah.
find somewhere to live. So, yeah, I've been sort of driving all over the place. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far.
Have you found like a standout spot that's like going to be like a go-to coffee spot or a hangout spot?
Not yet, because I've been living out of hotels at the moment. So I
Okay.
think once I'm settled, then hopefully I can find
Yeah.
somewhere that's sort of my local go-to.
Yeah. So what was it about Forest that drew you to joining the club?
I think the ambition of the club turning full time, the support that they look to have been given from the owners, they're really looking to put everything into it. So for me, being in a full time environment, a fresh challenge, something new,
Yeah.
something exciting, a project to be part of. Yeah, all those sorts of things were quite a big pull for me.
Yeah. So obviously Forest finished third in the table last season. What can we expect you to bring to the table to the team to help them get up the table even more this season?
I mean, hopefully a lot of experience. I'm quite old now, so yeah, a bit of experience of how to win games, maybe how to control games a little bit better. I think as you get older, you get a little bit more wise and a little bit more composed. So hopefully I can bring that, and yeah, hopefully a bit of support and a bit of leadership towards the team as well. We've already got a lot of leaders within the team, and there's quite a few experienced players already, but hopefully I can add to that.
Has there been one player in the team that you've met so far that you've kind of clicked with or have you met most of the team yet?
Yeah, to be honest, everyone that I've met has been really nice and welcoming. It seems like a really good team to be part of, a fun team to be part of as well.
Yeah.
I knew Mel Johnson already from Charlton, so I think we've sort of like gravitated towards each other. But no, certainly all the new faces as well. All of us feel really settled quite quickly, so it's been really nice.
Yeah. So it's no secret that you've had a lot of success in your career, winning the WSL 2 times being one of them. But is there a standout moment that you think of and you look back on like, wow, did that actually happen?
I do think there's probably two moments. The first time I won the WSL,
Yeah.
I never thought it was possible. I never thought I'd be able to play in the top league, let alone win it. So for me, that was just like unbelievable enjoyment. Yeah, something I thought I'd never achieve. And then I think the second time was getting to play at Wembley in the FA Cup final. As soon as Wembley was the location for the FA Cup final, it's something that I always wanted to do. Unfortunately, didn't win it, but especially for the club that I supported, West Ham was my team growing up, and
Yeah.
to get to play there with them in the FA Cup final, walking out at Wembley, was certainly something I won't ever forget.
I can imagine. Right, going to move on to the questions round. So, starting off strong, what's your favourite chocolate bar?
Oh God, do you know what? I change all the time, but at the moment, I would say 12.
A 12. That's a good choice. That's a good choice.
Yeah, solid choice.
If you could choose one song that would play every time you walked into a room, what would it be?
Uh, do you know, I'm a big Beyonce fan, but I'm also like a big Taylor Swift fan at the moment.
Yeah,
I'd probably say Shake It Off, Taylor Swift.
that's a good choice.
Just so I could dance.
That's a very good choice. So, you've played against a lot of players. Who is your favourite to play against?
Oh, do you know, I always found it probably one of the toughest players to play against was Kim Little
Yeah,
for Arsenal. I just think like her intelligence and her level of play and she's such a good player. I always found it a really good battle up against her. So yeah, I quite enjoyed the challenge, but it was always difficult, and she probably always came out on top as well.
Yeah. So what's your favourite film?
The original Willy Wonka and Chocolate Factory.
Yes, I agree.
Yes, great
Yeah.
film.
If you weren't a footballer, what would you be?
Probably something to do with sport. I like most sports, maybe like athletics or something. I'm not sure my legs would cope now, but maybe when I was younger.
What's your go-to karaoke song? You mentioned Beyonce earlier. Would it be like
Yeah,
Beyonce?
I have done Drunk in Love a few times, so
Yeah.
I'd probably say Beyonce, Drunk in Love. Yeah.
Who would play you in a film about your life? Say the film was like an autobiography. Who would you want to play you?
Ooh. Do you know? I'd want someone with a bit of personality because I want them to represent me well, so they need to be a good actress. Maybe like someone like Sandra Bullock, even though she looks nothing like me, she's got a bit of comedy
Betty.
value.
Frogs,
Yeah,
Frost is
she's
there.
yeah. So I'd
Yeah.
probably have Sandra Bullock.
Who would be your first footballing idol? Or who was your first footballing idol, sorry?
Men's or women's football?
Either.
I had two for women's football. Farrah Williams, who I went on to play with, which I
Yeah.
was lucky enough to do, and Kelly Smith. She was just unbelievable. I think those two players were the two looked up to. And then men's football, Paolo Di Canio. I don't know if you're too young to remember him, but
No, I know the name. I know
he
the name.
was so skillful, so easy to watch, and he was one of my idols.
So, final question. Is there a hobby that you've been wanting to try but haven't got around to doing yet?
Oh, very interesting. Do you know what? I've seen a few people doing like pottery and stuff, and I
Yeah,
actually think that would be quite relaxing. And I'm not saying I'd be very good at it, but it would be pretty cool to make something. So I'd quite like to do that.
the effort that counts at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Yeah. So there you have it. There is the interview with Nottingham Forest's latest signing, Kate Longhurst. As a Nottingham Forest fan, we cannot wait to have her on board and see what she can bring to the team.